Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 27th of December, 2024. A full and fun day of gameplay streaming, a day of upgrades, as you can see, and a day of chaotic fighting game fun. Let's talk all about it, because in my opinion, it was a really, really awesome day, okay? So first off, today, I had a bunch of upgrades to my setup. Number one, a brand new microphone. You're hearing it right now, and you can see it's the kind of microphone that you kind of hang down rather than the one that's the other kind. What was it? The condenser mic. It's not a condenser mic. You have to aim it at you. I tweaked it a little bit, and people are telling me it sounds absolutely great. It's really good for gameplay, because just to show you, when we do gameplay, it's completely off the screen now. Like, you don't see it blocking my arms or whatever. Like, I was playing fighting games tonight, and everyone was like, wow, it looked great because there's no more microphone in frame, okay? And I'm actually turning to the TV to play, so you hear me, like, perfectly when I'm playing video games now. Really cool. As for the podcast, I need to figure out the right positioning. Like, right now where I have it makes it sound great. Like, you can hear bass in my voice and everything. If I arrange it to be a little bit higher, okay? So now it's basically more off camera. But now it doesn't sound as good. It's close, right? But it's not as good. It's a little bit less bass, a little bit less maybe inflection in my voice and stuff like that. So we'll see how people want it. Like this, it's really not intrusive to anything. But I guess we'll figure it out. You know, where do we actually want it to be as I continue on with all of my content? And at the morning, I had it way up in the sky. Like, I seriously had it like way high up, aiming down, and people seem to like that too. Okay. Anyway. So a good day today. Let's get it back down for now. We messed around with this microphone during the level 1 podcast and talked about the schedule and just in general had a good chill time. It was a really good podcast, and I hope you'll check it out if you haven't seen it as of yet. After that, we jumped into the continuation of Stalker 2. Now, admittedly, Stalker 2 is a game that people are saying if you do everything, it's insanely long, but you don't have to do everything. Like, you can probably beat it in around 35, 40 hours if you're just doing, like, main storylines. Now, I've done some extra content, but now I'm around 18 to 20 hours into it at this point, and I've unlocked about half the map. Today, I was playing on keyboard and mouse for the first time since the PC game. I was curious, you know, what would it be like? I'll be honest with you guys. The game is much better on keyboard and mouse. You can easily access all of your items once you know what the buttons are for them. You can easily swap weapons. The aiming is much better. I was more accurately getting headshots on enemies and stuff, which you need in this game because of limited ammo and because they're kind of like bullet sponges unless you get headshots. So I would say right off the bat, playing on keyboard and mouse today, it was a huge improvement. I enjoyed it way more than just playing it on the pad that I had up to now. And we got a big chunk into the game. We went through the entire swamp segment, which is the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and you got to run around deactivating these switches, and basically it's really infested with enemies, and there's platforming. It's very difficult. We finished that segment. So the good news is we did it, and we got past this really hard segment of the game, and we're on to a new one. And we did hit the goal today on the first stream, so I got hit 28, okay? Then on the late stream, it was the return of Friday Night Fights. And I said I wanted to play the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection and Marvel 2 particularly because I was craving old school fighting games. I didn't feel like Street Fighter 6 right now. But I was admittedly skeptical that we were going to get any kind of comp because sadly, as you know, these old collections don't last long. Usually they stick around for maybe a couple months and then the player base falls off. I'm happy to report tonight, for the most part, we had good matches all night. There was one or two people who had really laggy connections, red connections. And basically, it was unplayable, and it sucks because they were playing like wimps. They were running away, playing very cowardly in lag. It's like, how am I supposed to hit them in lag, right? This is ridiculous. But overall, great matches. Fought a ton of Grandmaster players and went even with them, beat a ton of them. So it was great. And support tonight, for some bizarre reason, crazy over the top. We raised over $300 of support. In fact, by the end of the night, it was over $400 of support, hitting 2 goals, which means, ladies and gentlemen, it is locked in for this Sunday when I get back from my break. DSP tries it, the new chicken nuggets at Taco Bell, plus I will order a few other items. So it's going to be, you know, me trying a few things, but the main event is these chicken nuggets at Taco Bell that they just added to their menu. So that'll be very interesting to see how it turns out. I hope you'll be here Sunday for that. So that was great. Now, in addition to that, there's all these other improvements that I'm doing. I got a new little mouse rest here on this setup. I've actually got new wrist rest and mouse rest on this setup. I got a pad that I put down that's now going to be a mouse pad for when I use this mouse on the PC over here. I tried to get a new arm, a new different boom arm, because this one is good, but it feels kind of like flimsy, and I'm nervous that as I use it, it's gonna break. Yeah, it really does feel like it's just not that durable. So I was trying to get another one. The one that showed up was not as advertised. It was actually false advertisement. I was like, oh, come on. So I got to return that, and I ended up ordering a much better one, a name brand one, the Shure one, that will be showing up on Sunday to try. In addition, right now, the webcam is not on a tripod anymore. It is on a very strong bendable arm that is now in front of my lighting. So now I don't have 3 tripods. I only have 1. The 1 tripod that I have in here is for the lighting. The lighting is the heaviest thing right now that I kind of have. And really the only way that I think I could get the lighting not on a tripod would be to buy another boom arm. The thing is, I can't attach a proper boom arm to this desk because it has a curved edge and nothing really clamps on properly. This camera, webcam is very light. So this arm has like a clamp, not really like a twisting style clamp, but just one that's like almost like a bendy clip, like you would put on a bag to hold it together, but it's really strong bendy clip. That actually worked. And that's actually holding on to this really well and not being loose. So because of that, it's working. But I feel like if I were to do anything else, it wouldn't work. So sadly, I feel like I'm kind of stuck with what I've got. And I have to have a tripod. Unless I come up with some other kind of a solution, I don't want to have any tripods in here. But I think I might have to have one for the lighting. I'm not sure what else to do about it. But I have a lot of stuff going on. Some more stuff showed up too. I had a clamp that didn't work and stuff. So basically, the ongoing improvements, right? But this mic is great. I used it today. I really like the mic. I'm sticking with this one. Outside of that, pretty much just little touches here or there, but we're pretty much there now. We're at the final form of what my streams are going to be. It's funny because a few people showed up today who hadn't been on my streams in a few months, and they're like, what happened? Like, your lighting is insane. Your visuals are insane. Your microphone is so cool now. Like, this is crazy. They saw me with the effects, this. Who would have thought I would have had a background removal tool, right? So everyone's going crazy now, like, holy crap, your quality is so good. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's pretty wild how good my quality is now compared to where I was just a year ago, right? So everyone had a great time, amazing amount of support. I'm off tomorrow. I hope that you all have a safe and fun Saturday. I got to run a bunch of errands and the like while I'm not home, but I'll be back on Sunday. Sunday will be a fun, chill podcast to get caught up. Full Marvel Rival stream, trying different characters with keyboard and mouse now, which I hope will work much better. And a late stream of very chill Microsoft Flight Simulator, which we didn't get to do last week, but we're doing it this week. Okay, so Flight Sim returns. And keep in mind, there will be a DSP tries it after the Marvel Rivals gameplay. So a lot going on there. Okay. Pretty insane. Now, by the way, next week, all gameplay. Literally all week, it's gameplay next week. It's not going to be, a situation where I have to break it up for the political show. No special events this week with holidays. Instead, all gameplay all week. So expect lots of progress in Stalker 2. Lots of progress in Indiana Jones. Some great Call of Duty on keyboard and mouse. Marvel Rivals. Some fighting game fun. It's going to be good variety. Great advancement in all the games we're playing. Good stuff next week, okay? The year-end series stuff begins that week after, second week of January, okay? Everyone, thank you. Great streaming day. Had a great time. I wish you all the best. Please have a good night. I'll see you all on Sunday. Peace out.